Let's play! Whoa! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You all may call me Pharaoh, and welcome back to Let's Play Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Last time we left off, we needed to go to Scotland Yard to find out more information about those, well, I guess within Targent itself, and about what happened to Grosker, which apparently those hitmen apparently were after him. So we're just trying to get whatever information we can before leaving London. So we met up with Detective Bloom, aka Molly Asshole, and I mean, not to spoil anything, but kinda, I mean, you really shouldn't be watching this if you haven't seen Miracle Mask, but either way, he gave us permission to come down here. So we did some puzzles, looked around, and we'll see what Luke and Emmy found, if they found anything. This shelf doesn't seem to have any theft reports at all. Okay, what about you, Emmy? There's nothing on Targent in any of these shelves, Professor. We haven't looked in any of the shelves over at the other side, have we? Behind the stepladder, I mean. Let's have a look over there, then. Behind the stepladder? The hell was that? Was that a cat telling me there's a hint coin? I don't know a white cat. And I'm fairly certain I grabbed all the hint coins that are here. There is gonna be one when we, behind the stepladder. But yeah, there's nothing else here. It's making me paranoid now. I have a feeling I am more than likely going to miss a hint coin now, simply because of the spoiler-free guide not telling me anymore, like, where the hint coins are at. So it is what it is. So yeah, we go here, and there is some hint coin around here. There's one. Of course, a few stacks of paper. There it is. I hope to God that's the only one, because it only says search for one hint coin, so whatever. Aha! Look at this, Professor! Have you found something? Is that about a robbery at the museum? Surely not the same incident the police are investigating at the moment. No, not the same incident, but the same museum. It's certainly not the first time it's been robbed. Really? How many times has it been robbed? Looks as though this is the 5th theft to occur this year. That's a lot, isn't it? I mean, the museum has nice things, but still. According to this report, all the items that were stolen here have since been recovered. So every time this thief steals something, they lost it again? Not a very good thief, are they? Say, Professor, do you think the thief could be Descole? Who? Descole? You don't mean Mr. I like to wreck things with mechanical monsters and dress up as posh ladies to Descole? Of course! Who else would I mean? He was definitely looking for Azran ruins. I'd bet he'd be low enough to steal things from a museum. And cunning enough, too. Interesting idea, Luke. You may very well be correct. However, let us not rush to any hasty conclusions. No, please, let us do so. I agree. As far as I can see, this report tells us nothing concrete. But, Professor, didn't you say that the police are currently investigating a theft at the museum? You're suggesting we simply go there and see what we can find out in person? Exactly! It seems the most practical course of action. Let's take a bus to Kensington High Street and walk from there. Alright, seems like a plan. There's nothing else to do here, so we can literally just go ahead and leave Scotland Yard. But before going to Kensington, we are actually going back to the university Because if you guys remember, Luke's mother said she was going to be here to study or go to the library, and here she is with a puzzle. Mom, that was fast. Wasn't it just? I found what I wanted in no time at all. The university library is much better organized than when it was in my day. It used to be a real mess, not that I cared much. Your father, the professor, and I spent more time there doing puzzles than studying. I can still remember some of them now. Luke, you like puzzles? Go on, try this one. So she is in the archaeological field. She probably is an archaeologist herself. Okay. Shopping spree. After saving up her pennies for a whole year, this woman went on an enormous shopping spree. Starting at the supermarket entrance, she made her way around the shelves, picking up 14 items in total and spending every last penny of the 5,000 she had brought with her. Jesus. She hadn't spent any shelf. She didn't visit any shelf more than once, and she didn't buy any fish or mushrooms. What route did she take around the supermarket? Prices are shown in pennies to make things easier for you. Oh, that's nice. So create a path from the start to the goal by touching items in the order that the woman put them in her trolley. The next item on the route must always be adjacent to whatever the woman just picked up. So, meaning that at the very least. And they said she didn't pick up any fish and what? Mushrooms. 5,000. 14 items. Didn't go back to any one of them, anything once. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, that's 12. We can't be doing all that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That should be 14. Let me double check that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is 14 items, but I can't tell you if that is 5,000 or not. Frankly, I should have been calculating this as I was going along here, but we're going to do it now. Screw it. 240 plus 350, 580, 190, 330, 180, 220, 440, 340, 870, 290, 520, 440, 310. That puts me at 5,300. So we're a little too high. I gotta find a way to knock out around basically 300 worth, but still get the 14 and avoid the fish and the mushrooms. Maybe instead of heading down, like from going there from the potato to the aubergine, or eggplants as we call them here, maybe just go straight to the carrots. And obviously we can't use the egg or the, because that's next adjacent thing is the fish, so we're not going to go up at all. Guess we can do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. once again, I wasn't really calculating along the way, but I should have, but let's give that a shot. So that's 240, 180, 330, 190. So far, that puts us at 940. 180, 520, 290, 870 is a big chunk of it. I'm going back a little bit to 220, 440, 340, 570, another decent chunk. So right now, plus 320, that puts us at 46,900. And I think that does do it. Plus 310. That puts us at 5,000 exactly. So that route we have right there works.
If I just do this.
Beautiful.
Luke Triton at your service.
Alright, that was quite the shopping spree. Carrying it all back home can't have been easy. I mean, good for her. Look at oh, but she's dropping shit. Oh. We got a new item, the chic loafers. Although, apparently, some people may also have gotten a striped V-neck. I hope to God I haven't been missing anything. That would suck if I missed a puzzle. No, I hope to God not. By the time we leave, I'll look at Keats just to be absolutely certain if I didn't miss anything, but I should be okay. Either way. That's right! Well done, dear. You're getting brighter every day. Huh! That was a piece of cake for a gentleman like myself, Mother. If you say so. Go on then, run along. Alright. Now we'll go back to Kensington. And see what we can do. How irritating! I know there's something going on at the museum, but they won't tell me a thing. Mispublicity, if you ask me. What seems to be the matter, madam? Oh, what a suave, sophisticated man. Wait a minute, aren't you that famous archaeologist, Professor Sycamore? What a perfect time for an interview. Stay right where you are. This will only take a few minutes of your time. Perhaps later. I beg your pardon, but I just overheard you talking about an incident at the museum. Oh, I see. You're digging for information? Well, I don't know if you've heard, but the police are closed down the museum. I just know something big is going on. There's a real scoop here, but they simply won't tell me anything. Not a single little tidbit of information. I see. Presumably the police have not completed their investigation yet. What's that got to do with anything? These officers usually take any chance they get to complain about their job. No, my usual source won't tell me anything unless I solve this silly little puzzle first. I'm not getting anywhere fast. Well, I can't hang about in London forever. If I can't get my story here, I'll just have to find one elsewhere. You displayed admirable zeal for your work. Oh, you're too kind. Desmond. Oh, wait. You're too kind. I didn't even know his name was Desmond. Maybe they probably did mention it. I just completely forgot. Here, before I go, let me give you this, a token of my appreciation. The World Times has been added to the trunk. Okay. And a new article has been added. The tireless traveling reporter Daria Column. Oh yeah, we did meet. I was like, wait, but she does look familiar. Okay. That name definitely rung a bell there. Has given you a scrapbook. Select World Times in a trunk to read through any articles you collect on your way around the world. What is this? That, my dear, is an invaluable journalist scrapbook. You can use it to hold all my thrilling reports from around the world. I'll be on the road, so I can't tell you exactly when each new article will come out, but do keep an eye out for them, won't you? Why not take a look at it now, then? Actually, we do have a collection item we forgot to take a look at here. This is the confusing stamp. A stamp that produces a different pattern every time. A rather unsettling item. Yeah, I don't like that either. Get away. So the World Times. The World Times scrapbook contains reports of curious incidents and happenings from all over the world. It might be a little empty to begin with, but with Daria, it will send you new articles as you progress in the story. Visit locations mentioned in the articles and you may happen upon some unbelievable discoveries. Interesting. You may get to visit places you've never been or even find new puzzles. Oh! Be sure to check the World Times on a regular basis. Okay. I will have to keep that in mind then. Chippy draws huge crowds. A local fish and chip shop in London has reached unprecedented popularity. The daily queues are so long they require police supervision. I don't recall. We may have seen one around, just haven't been paying attention, but okay. Well, before we do anything else, Hannah, what you doing over there? Besides giving me a puzzle. Oh, well, I let Grosky slip from my mind for just a minute, and now I've lost him. He's a fast runner, but I've always managed to keep up so far. What a fool I've been, letting a puzzle distract me from my love. And to top it off, I haven't even managed to solve the bewildering little thing. But maybe we will. Alright, the future awaits. After visiting the floors on the first floor of a hotel, this man can be found by the lifts sporting a massive bunch of roses and an agitated expression. He's planning to propose to his girlfriend, who's waiting for him on the 25th floor. To calm his nerves, he starts thinking about the lift he's about to take. If the lift takes 15 seconds to go from the first floor to the 5th floor, how many seconds will it take for him to reach the 25th floor? Is there a trick to this? If it takes 15 seconds to go from the first to the 5th... Oh, 5th. I thought it was the 15th. So, what, every 5 floors you add 15? That sounds a little too easy. I mean, suppose if I'm doing the math straight up, then I guess it would be 75 seconds, but it just doesn't feel like it's that easy. After visiting the florist on the first floor, he can be found by the lift sporting a massive bunch of... Why is it agitated? Is it because it's taking a long time to come down from where he is? So maybe it is taking longer than the 15 then. He's planning to propose to his girlfriend who's waiting for him on the 25th floor. To calm his nerves, he starts thinking about the lift he's about to take. If the lift takes 15 seconds to go from the first floor to the 5th floor, how many seconds will it take for him to reach the 25th floor? I feel like there's something stupid that I'm missing. I don't trust my calculation of the 75 seconds. Because, like, we've seen puzzles like this kinda in the other games, and it's always like you have to kind of take into consideration the initial aspect of it or some other factor. So it's not like a straight 15 seconds, you know, between like 5 floors each, you know. And so, because something I just thought about, if he's on the first floor and he's going to the 4th, excuse me, he's going to the 5th floor, that's 4 flights or 4 floors that he travels in those 15 seconds. So maybe that is saying it out loud. I guess it does kind of add something else to it. Well, do we do my math again? So it's 5, and then it goes to 9. So it's going to be every 4 floors. So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. See, sometimes just reading it out loud over again. I've mentioned the rubber ducky method numerous times throughout the series, but it kind of helps figure things out a little bit more. So, should be 90 seconds.
Want an answer? How's this?
There we go.
Piece of cake.
From the first floor to the 5th floor, you go up 4 floors, not 5. And from the first floor to the 25th floor, you go up 24 floors. If 4 floors takes 15 seconds, 24 floors takes 6 times as long, 90 seconds. It seems a bit lazy for the man to buy flowers at a hotel, though. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and assume it's an impromptu proposal. Sure. Yes. Benefit of the doubt, right? Oh, it's so simple. Well, thank you. Now I can go back to work collecting material for a new edition of Clamp Uncovered. It's going to be an exciting edition. Did you know that Grosky's running with that gang of thugs? He's sent them packing, of course. It is troubling, though. I wonder if Grosky needs a little extra help. I mean, Emmy, but I'm sure you won't listen to that. Now, we could also speak to the policeman here, as we've seen before. I'm sorry, sir. The museum is closed to members of the public at this time. Move along. Professor, they still won't let us in. What are we gonna do? Oh, look who it is. Hey! You look good in 3D, buddy. Luke, Herschel, what a surprise. What brings you here? Dad! Clark, it's good to see you. Actually, we're hoping to investigate certain matters in the museum, but it appears to be closed. You're investigating. Yeah, fancy that. So am I. Good day, Dr. Triton, is it? Go on in, please. Ah, just a moment, please, Constable. What is it you're investigating, Dad? The curator noticed something odd about some items that were recovered after being stolen. He asked me to examine them. Huh? That sounds important. Please don't let us keep you. Not at all. I'm glad we bumped into each other. Perhaps if I help you get into the museum, you'll be able to help me too. I'll need to get straight to work, but come and see me when you've found whatever it is that you're looking for. If you'd like to get some background of our case, have a chat with the policeman inside. They should get you up to speed. Oh, so now we can go inside. Okay. It is nice seeing these characters in full 3D. Alright, here we are inside. There are 3 hint coins here, but let's just go ahead and get the hunted item out of the way, and that's going to be this up here, the prototype aeroplane. Alright, time to look for some ink coins. Nope. Nope. It's a lump of rock. Really? None of these posts? There we go, there's one. That's 2. And there's the 3rd one. Beautiful. Okay. Let's talk to the policeman here, see what the hell's going on. How can there be another robbery? What were the guards doing? Ever since that first incident, we've been giving them special training and we've improved all the security protocols. Maybe somebody knows when the guards change or what the routes are or something. I beg your pardon, young man, but that's impossible. We anticipate such risks in theft cases. All information about the grand rotation is strictly confidential and heavily protected. Did I say grand rotation? Guard rotation. We do a background check on every guard in a building. Even then, we tell only what they absolutely need to know. And yet, something was stolen. I don't understand it. Sounds like you guys have a mole. I wonder who. Did you hear? We haven't caught the thief, but we got all the stolen items back. That's what counts, eh? It's certainly something. How did the items come to be recovered? Can't say exactly. Us grunts don't get all the details in cases like this, but I'm sure it was a seamless operation. We have the best officers in the country at Scotland Yard, you know? Cream of the crop. But you haven't caught the thief? Well, it's only a matter of time, miss. You mark my words. This is getting us nowhere. We really need some concrete information. Perhaps we should talk to Clark. I can't see him. Where did he go? Down that corridor, I believe. I would rather like to know what it is he's examining. Let's go. Alright. Go into this corridor. There's good old Clark. Now, before we do anything here or talk to him, there's 2 other hint coins here. One there, and this place seems very small, so it should be easy enough to find. There we go. Now we'll talk to Clark. For a puzzle! Herschel, perfect timing. Have a look at this. Is that? It's one of the items the police recovered, but, well, you can see it for yourself. Ah, that's a terrible shame. It is indeed. It was an extremely valuable archaeological find that merits a closer study. It's anachronistic, you see. Anachronistic? It does not belong to its time. Perhaps the technology is far more advanced than one would expect. Ah, I see. Anyway, the museum intended to restore the artifact as best they could and then put it up back on display. But the curator noticed something odd when comparing it to the catalog photos. As I was part of the dig team that unearthed the artifacts, he asked me to have a look. I see. But what is your conclusion? Well, it's very puzzling. Puzzles. What is it, Dad? I believe there are some fake pieces mixed in with the real ones. Huh? What? But why? I don't know. I've only just finished identifying all the fake pieces. Here, Herschel, you're always good at this kind of thing. Why don't you have a look? Make sure I haven't missed anything. Certainly. Okay. Fake fragments. The police managed to recover this ancient artifact after it was stolen from the museum. Unfortunately, it has been broken. While examining the pieces to see if the artifact could be repaired, the curator noticed that some fake pieces were mixed in with the real ones. You have a photo of the artifact from the museum's catalog. Use it to identify the real pieces and then place them in the boxes for safekeeping. So I gotta find the real pieces from this catalog. Is that not it? No, that's an arrow. That's an arrow kind of pointing down. This is kind of like a straight one. So I'm just kind of comparing it just from my screen and just kind of having it out here on its lonesome. This isn't one of them. That... It looks like it could be the real deal. Hold on a damn minute. No, I thought, okay, this one just looked like a line to me, but that does look like the one in the top left. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, so I'm examining some of these, and they all look exactly, most of them look exactly the same, but I just realized something as I was looking through this. The catalog is backwards. The image is mirrored. So these should be reversed. Like, that's not going to work. That's not it. This is something that looks like it's been reversed. The middle right piece. Now, I don't know if it matters where we place this. Because I was going to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, but if this is the 6th piece, I guess. And then here's another one that's reversed. Outside of that, that should be it. Once again, I don't know if it matters. They said just place them in the boxes for safekeeping. I don't think there's really anything else that needs to be done. Everything else, they're showing it as is in the picture, but that's not the case. As I mentioned, it's mirrored.
My intuition should serve me well.
All right.
A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Only 2 of the pieces are actually real. The fact that the photograph was developed the wrong way round made life difficult, but you got there in the end. The forger must have mixed in some real pieces by mistake. Ah, new item, angel wings. See, once again, this guide is mentioning something about chic loafers. Now, it does every time, if you get something different, it always mentions that, like, oh, you may receive a different item of clothing depending on the order in which you have solved certain puzzles. I don't think I went out of order of any of the puzzles, so I feel like I am missing something. Well, it appears that nearly all the pieces are fake. I know. I didn't want to believe it either. I almost hoped you might prove me wrong. There must be an explanation. Perhaps if we take a step back and review the information that we have. Practical as ever, Herschel. Yes, let's think this through properly. Just say the word when you're ready. And we have a new mystery here, related to the deception at the museum. Upon investigation of the string of robberies that have taken place in the museum, it becomes apparent that some artifacts were replaced with fakes. Who could the culprit be? The police are at a complete loss despite their best efforts. How did so many of these pieces come to be replicated by fakes? Alright, let's go ahead and just talk to him. I think we're good to go. Incidentally, Herschel, is this... Ah, of course. You've never met in person, have you? My apologies for not introducing myself early. I am Desmond Sycamore. Clark Triton. It is an honor to finally meet you, Professor Sycamore. I must admit, these are rather strange circumstances. No matter. As an archaeologist, I am as eager as you to see this thief and vandal brought to justice. Yes, we'll help however we can, Clark. Do you know anything about the other stolen artifacts? As a matter of fact, yes. I have here a complete case report from Scotland Yard. Let's see. 5 artifacts were found on different digs, but always deeper than anything previously found in the area. The artifacts were all gifted by different donors, and they were all certified genuine at the time they were received. They were all very deep underground, so extremely ancient. Perhaps there was difficulty in assigning their origin? Yes, that is correct. None of the artifacts belong to any civilization known to have inhabited the area in which they were found. Professor, do you think... Yes, it appears highly that likely all these artifacts were of Azran origin. And I have a fairly good idea who might be responsible for the theft. What do you think, Professor? Who stole the artifacts? We have Targent, Sycamore, or Descalay? I mean, as much as we could say Descalay, that's assumptions here. We do know that Targent has been and is occupying all the Azran ruins at this point. It must have been Targent. I agree, and they are certainly capable of such thefts. Targent? An unscrupulous and powerful secret organization. Their interest in the Azran leans towards the obsessive. They certainly have no qualms about robbing the museum, then. Still, that doesn't explain how they did it. After the Fizz incident, the police tightened the security on this place tenfold. All information about the museum was on a need-to-know basis, and they took particular care about the guard routes and in timetables. I really can't imagine how a thief could have sneaked in and out unnoticed on 5 separate occasions. I think I have an inkling how this was accomplished. Professor? I think I may have come to the same sorry conclusion. The multiple thefts prove it. Prove what? Please explain. Very well. So how did the culprit sneak past the guards? They knew the shift schedule. They work for Scotland Yard, or they rob Scotland Yard. No, it's kind of like I said, and basically what the... Oh my god, I forgot his name already. Carmichael? Which I guess would be like maybe not the commissioner, but either way, on top, well, I guess a couple people are higher above Grosky, but he is the one who gave Grosky the lead, or the task to chase down Targent. So he mentioned that there might be a mole, and frankly, I think that's what makes the best sense here, is that who else would know more about the police or guard positions and routes and all that if it wasn't somebody that they work closely with? The culprit must be inside Scotland Yard. I don't see any other possibility. If only the police know about the guard rotation, the culprit must be one of them. Yes, that was my conclusion as well. Goodness, if that's the case, well, all bets are off. Something else bothers me, though. That broken artifact. Where did the fake pieces come from? And could it be that all the recovered artifacts are fake? Dr. Triton, how difficult would it be to create copies that would fool the experts here at the museum? Very difficult. It's not just a question of time and money. You need archaeological expertise, gifted craftsmen. All things that Targent have at hand, I'm afraid. What they didn't have was a way to return the fake artifacts in the museum without arousing suspicion. Unless... How could they plant the fakes? They were always fakes, which I don't necessarily think that's the case. There are no fakes, which I think I just really contradicts what we just mentioned, but they use the investigation, kind of using that as a cover in itself to plant them. I think it makes the most sense. The policeman outside didn't seem to know much about the recovery of the artifacts. What if the police investigation was a sham? Make a show, conduct an investigation while the fakes are being made, then simply recover the artifacts once they're ready. That might actually work if the culprit was indeed part of the police, as you suggested. I think I'm beginning to see the scope of it. No simple constable would have the power to accomplish this, though. No, the perpetrator must hold a position of influence. I believe Targent has a mole within the upper ranks of the police. Oh, I wonder who? Surely not. To think they could have infiltrated our institutions to that extent. Targent's power must be great indeed. Are you all right there, Dr. Triton? Have you discovered anything amiss? No, all's well, Constable, thank you. I would like to continue examining these artifacts, though, if you don't mind. Please, Doctor, they're all yours, so to speak. I'm still searching museum for clues. Give us a shout if you need anything. Yes, thank you. That was very prudent of you. Well, if there is really a mole within the police, we can't risk them finding out what we know, now can we? No, indeed. There's no reason to doubt these men here, but we do not know whom they might report to. I think our best course of action is to go directly to Scotland Yard. Yes, we must identify the mole as soon as possible without alerting them first. Let's take the bus straight there. Okay. Let's do that. I think we don't have anything really else to do in this area, so let's head back out. As I try clicking the arrow, or like the thing there. And they mentioned we can take the bus straight to Scotland Yard. That's exactly what we're going to do right now. Alright. But before we actually go inside, we want to talk to this particular officer, for he has a puzzle, and apparently this puzzle is going to be triggered if you read that actual article. Oh dear, what is it? What's wrong? Oh, don't tell me. Vandalism? Cat up a tree? Attempted pedantry? None of the above, Constable. Actually, it would help us if you knew a good place where we could get a bite to eat. Oh, absolutely. Any constable without proper knowledge of local digestibles doesn't know his badge from his elbow. Great, I'm starving. Let's see, if you're looking for a bit of a gourmet cuisine, I'd like to recommend the local chippy. Trout and about. Huh, that's a chip shop that was mentioned in the World Times, isn't it? The one with the mile-long queue? Proud to be part of that queue, I am. You'll catch me every morning, 10:15 on the dot, and my name's not Bobby. 10:15 every morning? Don't you have a job to do? I resent the implication, miss. I'll have you know I know the peace in that queue. I keep the peace in that queue. That's what I do. That's what the job's all about. Sounds like someone's making excuses. Oh, come on. Who wouldn't give their left arm just to have a taste of that crispy batter, that light and fluffy fillet? Oh, my glands. Well, I'm convinced. There's only one way to redeem your good name, Constable Bobby. Show us the way. Yes. You see, the thing is, I can't. I mean, I'd love to, but it goes against my moral compass. Can't make that queue any longer than it already is. What? After telling us how nice it is, you're not even going to show us where it is? That's not fair. All fair's in food and drink, kid. Speaking of food and drink, want to try a puzzle about bridge construction? No, I don't. I want... Okay. Oh, holy crap. Puzzle 102. Troubled Waters 3. What happened to 1 and 2? 50 picarats. Oh, this is going to be so stupid, probably. Oh, is this a sliding puzzle? Oh, I guess we're going to find out. Oh, a storm has ravaged the village and destroyed the bridge, leaving the residents stranded. Can you help them build a temporary replacement out of scrap materials? Move and rotate the various pieces of scrap and get the makeshift bridge completed as quickly as possible. Watch out! Pieces of the old bridge are blocking the river, so you won't be able to dump the scrap metal in some places. Ugh. Okay, this... I'm a little worried about this, but like, do I need to fill in every space? Does it simply need to be, well, what I was thinking is like, I thought maybe we just need to have like something right across, but I don't think that's the case here. I literally think I do need to use the whole thing here. That fits in nicely. Damn, I thought I was getting pretty close there, but now I'm wondering if this is even the right piece right here. Well, maybe they're happy because they got that animation there. Okay. Okay,
I've got it.
not
I think.
too bad.
Easy peasy, Professor.
I mean, honestly, for 50 picarets and for being a weight puzzle per se, that really wasn't terrible. If that was number 3, then I can only imagine what 1 and 2 could be like. It's not ideal, but it should do for now. Let's see the rest of the villagers. You don't want to be doing all the hard work, do you? And now we got the knockout gloves. All that did was make me even hungrier. All right, Pharaoh, you appeal to my badder nature. Go straight ahead into 3rd Street on the right. I warn you, though, you'll need about 3 hours minimum if you want to try that tongue-addling taste. A whole 3 hours? Best not, then. Last time we waited that long for food, Luke started hallucinating. Remember the giant walking steaks, Luke? You're lost. I suppose there's plenty more fish and chips in the sea. Alright, so I guess anytime like we have a world news article and we find the associated puzzle along with it, boom, we finish it off. If you need my help again, just amble over and I'll see what I can do. I've got a degree in social competence. Maybe you could tell us where to find a more cooperative policeman. And we'll talk to the policeman here on the right. Good day, sirs. I'm afraid the station is high alert at the moment and we can only address urgent matters. I have to assess the importance of your visit based on the number of puzzles you've solved so far. What's this then? Ah, it seems to fulfill our requirement. 25 more puzzles solved. Please go on in. So just like with any other game in the series, there's going to be about, I think it's usually 3, call it checkpoints in the game where, like, hey, they need to make sure you solved enough puzzles to progress. So, there's that. Grosky, what are you doing here, buddy? Ah, Inspector Grosky. How fortuitous it is to find you here. Ah, Layton! Hoping to introduce someone to the strong arm of the law, are you? Oh, actually, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. I was wondering if you knew who was in charge of investigating the thefts at the museum. Him? I think Bloom supervised those himself. Oh, he'll be able to help us then. Damn it, Luke. I presume Detective Bloom was also the one who returned all recovered artifacts to the museum? Naturally. He's a real archaeological buff, so he took a personal interest in the case. He was really chuffed to get the things back. He knew what they were right away. Didn't even need to get any tests done. So he likes archaeology as well as solving crimes. Sounds like you, Professor. Pardon me, Inspector. I have one last question. Ask away! Who else had access to the artifacts between the time they were found and the time they were returned to the museum? Oh, you think Bloom would trust these clumsy oaks to such fragile objects? Nobody else got near them. Now, Layton, spit it out. Do you know something about the museum thefts? I do. I do, Inspector, and I have to thank you. You just helped us identify the perpetrator. What? What? Really, Professor? Think about it, Luke. Remember all we learned today. Inspector Grosky, would you please accompany us to Detective Bloom's office? Of course, Layton. I'm afraid you lost me, but I suppose you and Bloom will clear it all up. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. This is gonna go extremely well. Where did I just go into? That was the archives. My bad. Oh, he knows. He knows. Professor Layton, hello again. How may I help? Detective Bloom, are you familiar with an organization named Targent? I know of it. Go on, please. I have reason to believe that Targent are the ones responsible for the recent thefts at the museum. Very impressive, Layton. If you have deduced that much, I suppose there's no reason to be coy. As a matter of fact, I also suspect Targent in this case. As of yet, I've no success in finding where their agent fled to. They're a slippery lot. So, you've not considered looking for the criminal inside Scotland Yard? What? One of our own? That's absurd, Professor. I'm sorry, I expected a lead, not a ludicrous conjecture. And if you excuse me, I must return to work.
This is no mere conjecture, Detective. I am confident that I've positively identified the criminal in question.
Well, in that case, I'm all ears. Please elaborate.
The thief stole the artifacts and replaced them with fakes. He manipulated police information and disrupted the investigation. It must therefore have been someone in a position of power within the police who has been working undercover for Targent for some time. And that person is you.
I mean, I would be like, oh my god, but once again, if you haven't played Miracle Mask, well, if you played Miracle Mask, then it wouldn't be a huge thing. Now, I'm not saying those who playing Azran Legacy may have not played the other games, and I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I wouldn't be far-fetched either. I can't even speak. It's very late. I need to go to bed after this. What's this, Layton? Have you lost your mind? Inspector, I assure you, I wouldn't make such an accusation without solid proof. This should be interesting. Please go on, Professor. Very well. Detective Bloom, my understanding is you were in charge of the museum theft case. That is correct. To increase museum security, you restricted information concerning guardship patterns to just a few police officers. One of whom was yourself, of course. Yes, obviously, I was the one who gave out all the guard instructions. Evidently, my measures were not enough. They were not enough, and the thief was able to steal more items. Poor judgment on my part, I'll admit. Yes, they were in fact several thefts in all. Yet you managed to recover every single one of them stolen artifacts. That is quite remarkable, I must say. Naturally, I was shamed by my failure to protect the items. After that, I poured every available resource into finding them. I see. May I ask what you did with the artifacts after they were found? Before you returned them to the museum? I kept them here while they would be safe. What of it? In that case, I can only come to one conclusion. That you are a thief. Nobody else would have been able to replace the real artifacts with fake ones. And that is your proof that I'm the criminal? Whew! I was worried there for a moment. That reasoning will never hold up to any kind of examination. Just because I was the one in charge of guarding those objects doesn't mean that they were in my sight the whole time. In fact, there would have been plenty of opportunities for other officers to make the switch. Thank you, Detective Bloom. I'm sorry. What you just said confirms everything. Tell me, how did you know that the artifacts have been replaced with fakes? But isn't that what you just... The fact that some of the recovered items were fake was only established an hour ago by myself and a few others. Emmy, Luke, you can bear witness. What did the constable in the museum tell us about the stolen artifacts? He just said the detective on the case got all the objects back, and how great the officers of Scotland Yard are, or something like that. I skipped it on accident. Yeah, he certainly didn't say anything about them being fake. Exactly. We were the only people to know about the fake artifacts. So please explain. When did you find out about it, Detective Bloom? What are you talking about, Layton? You said it yourself just now. You accused me of the basis that I had only the chance to replace the artifacts with fake ones. Ah, yes, you're quite right. However, it is your reaction to that which is puzzling. You were the detective in charge of this case. This was a crucial piece of new information. Shouldn't you have been surprised, horrified even to hear the precious artifacts you have recovered were fake? But you were not surprised, because you know perfectly well that the artifacts were fake. Because you orchestrated the swap in the first place. Do you deny it? Seems I underestimated you, Layton. Then you admit it! You're a Targent mole! I think I better say no more. I see. Detective Inspector, I mean Leonard Bloom. I'm arresting you on suspicion of theft, forgery, and corruption. Phew, that's one fewer Targent agent out there. You did it, Professor! I mean, really? Did we get him? That seemed a little too damn easy, but okay. A corrupt police officer must have been claiming to recover the stolen artifacts while actually replacing them with fakes and making away with the real ones. The only officer in a position to pull off such a crime was D.I. Leonard Bloom himself. Detective Bloom executed his operation flawlessly, but a tiny lapse in concentration allowed me to prove his guilt. Bloom? That upstart? He was a mole? Yes, Chief! He all but admitted it! I knew there was something off about him. Well, good work, Grosky. I'll take it from here. Yes, Chief! Thank you, Chief! Suppose that man is Inspector Grosky's superior. Wow, I've never seen Grosky stand at attention like that. I'm glad to see that Scotland Yard is not wholly corrupted. Yes, as long as they're like it here, the safety of London is assured. Well then, case closed, gentlemen. One case closed, perhaps. Emmy, do you recall what the main goal of our current investigation is? Oh, right, we were about to set off around the world looking for the 5 Azran eggs, weren't we? Yes, and we haven't even started that part yet. Quite. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. It's time to follow the trail that Azran have left for us. Right, back to the aerodrome then. Oh, that's a new guy. Swift. Bloom is out. His cover's been blown. Huh. Is this Layton's work? Yes. Shall I deal with him, sir? No. No, do not interfere. Now that they have Bloom, they'll think they've won. They will let their guard down. Nothing will stand in the way of our plans. In any case, I still need them. There's still so much they can do for us. Yes, sir. But I will assign the assassins to other tasks for now. Well, that's not good. I still can't believe we're going round the world. It's so exciting. It will be a very lengthy and tiring journey, not to mention dangerous. I do wonder if it's advisable to take you with us. Don't even think about it, Professor. I'm going with you whether you like it or not. Is that the way it is? Very well then. The Bostonius awaits. Wait, Herschel! Is that? Oh! Oh my god! It's our parents! Yay! Oh my god! What is going on? Herschel, I'm so glad we caught you. Ma? Pa? What are you doing here? We heard that you were setting off on a grand trip around the world, and you never breathe a word of it. Yes, we rushed over right here. We rushed over here right away. We were lucky with the buses, thank goodness. Honestly, though, you could have given us a ring before you left. Come on, Ma. You know I travel for work from time to time. You wait till you have children, Herschel Layton. You never stop worrying about them, not even when they're all grown up. I know you. A quiet, respectable academic with a tendency to do wild and extraordinary things when the fancy takes him. Just like someone else I know when she was younger. Didn't you once set off on a trip to John O'Groats with nothing but a fishing rod and a penknife, Ma? That was 40 years ago, Herschel. It was a different world. Now I brought you some of my cherry fruit cake for your trip. Thank you, Mother. It's very thoughtful of you. Well then, I should get going. Thank you for coming all the way out here to see me off. It was nothing, son. Anyway, enjoy your trip, and do give your old parents some news when you're away. Yes, send us a postcard now and again. I promise, and I'll come by to see you when I get back. This was amazing. It's so random, but I love it. I'm gonna talk to them again. You have a nice trip, Herschel, and do look after yourself, won't you? See, it would have been nice if, like, the others from Miracle Mask came by as well, but it is what it is. Ah, Professor, have you said your goodbyes? Yes, but I'm somewhat puzzled. How on earth did they find out about this journey? Ah, well, there's no great mystery there. It was I who contacted your parents. I'm sorry that I did it behind your back. Do you mean to say that you know my parents? Indeed. I owe a great debt to them from a time long before I became an archaeologist. As such, I followed your career with some interest. That is why I knew to write to you when I needed a reliable partner. Ah, I see. Well, thank you. Now, actually, that raises a bunch of more questions now, but okay. No, thank you, Professor. I hope you don't feel as though I'm dragging you into all this without any say. Oh, not at all. We have come this far and we intended to see it through to the end. I'm glad to hear it. There's something I would like to show you. Here, look at the illustration. Okay, it's an egg. Looks like a Aztec face on it or something. Is that an Azran egg? It is. This is how they're depicted in Donald Rutledge's ancient histories. Rutledge supposed the eggs to be decorative, pretty ornaments. He never believed them to have any special power or meaning. I see. When the Azran hid their true purpose well. A wise move. Though enshrined in the most hidden places, the Azran knew that the eggs would one day be found. And they were. Or at least one was. Which means the others may also have been uncovered and passed from hand to hand. Exactly! Which means locating them now won't be a simple endeavor. I hardly expect to stumble across them by chance. I understand, Professor, but that is rather par for the course in our field, wouldn't you say? Yes, archaeology is not for the impatient. Well then, let's get going. Very well, sir. Now, if you would all be seated, we will be taking off shortly. Ooh-wee. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say that's probably the perfect place to go ahead and call it a video here. I know typically I save it, then we watch the beginning of like the whatever chapter, but honestly, I gotta keep reminding myself, just go ahead and just save it off screen and shut off the recording, and then, you know, when we pick up next time, new video, boom, we start off the chapter proper. But hey, another chapter down, and we'll move on to chapter 4. I do not know how many chapters there would be in this game. Part of me was thinking maybe there's a chapter for each egg or key we can find. But if that's the case, I'll put us at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just for that alone. Then maybe after doing that, maybe like a couple chapters to wrap everything up. It's very possible that's how it could be done, but we'll see. But with that being said, next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll begin chapter 4, and we'll see where the Bostonius takes us to look for these Azran eggs. So, as usual, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time for Let's Play Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Love you all so much, and don't forget to spread that love around. Have a great day, everybody.